'cause I've been there too. And I don't walk right and I don't talk right, and there ain't nothing wrong with feeling strong, but I wanna be there for you, honey.
Hey guys, what's going on? I have a different sort of video for y'all today, and a lot of people ask what I do for a living, and I'm actually a veterinarian, and I thought today was a good time to tell y'all. Let me flip this camera around and show you what I'm doing here. This old girl is a female black lab, and she was hit by a car. She is alive, and she was hit by a car when my clients just called me, and no one knows whose dog this is. They just found her on the side of the road, and the police officer was actually about to shoot her because she was in shock and not doing well at all. And I brought her up to the clinic. I told him I would put her to sleep humanely. I didn't want him to shoot her. So I told him I'd put her to sleep. I brought her up to the clinic, and I didn't see anything that was significantly wrong with her. She actually opened her eyes and kind of looked at me, and I just felt sorry for her. So I'm going to try to save her today. As you can see, she's pretty banged up. This is a little nasty, but this skin is not attached at all. Lots of cuts on her, all over her legs. There's another one right there on her knee. So I'm going to try to save this girl. I got some fluids running to her because she is in shock. I'm giving her some meds through her IV line right here, and do my best to save this old pup. So I wanted to film a little more that night, but it got really hectic and I had blood all over me, and I just didn't make it back to video anything. And then what happened, the owners actually went out looking for their dog, and they had heard that that a dog matching her description had been hit on a road down the street. And so they went there and they started knocking on people's doors around that road, and they went up to somebody's house who actually was out there on the road with me when I first showed up to get the dog, and she said, yeah, the vet came and she was in pretty bad shape, and he took her to put her to sleep about an hour ago. And so they figured that she was probably a goner. But anyway, that lady, the person's house they knocked on, called me at the clinic, but I heard the answer machine, and she said, hey, this is so-and-so, and I was out there at the road with you, and I figure since you're not answering that the dog is probably already euthanized. But I have the owners here. And so I ran, I ripped my gloves off and I ran, I picked it up and I said, yeah, the owners? And she said, yeah, is the dog still there, or is she gone? And I said, no, she's still here, I'm trying to save her. And I told her, send them up here. And so about 5 minutes later, the owners showed up here, and they actually turned out to be some of our clients. We didn't know it at the time, and they told us the dog's name is Janie, and they were pumped that I was still working on her. And it's been about 9 days since then, and let me show you Janie. This is old Janie, and she's kind of sleepy right now. I just anesthetized her to take an x-ray. She's been limping on her right leg, which is the leg that wasn't all cut up. So we were just making sure it was still in the socket and that nothing was broken, and I didn't see anything on the x-rays. So as you can see, Janie is doing well. She's painful on that back leg, but I think she's just sore. Her wound dehisced and came open, which is not uncommon. Most of it sealed up, but there's still a good chunk that's just going to have to fill in. And we had the skin, I sutured it all over there, so the skin stayed, made a nice scab for this whole 9 days. I just pulled off the rest of it today. So there's nice granulation tissue here. It's not bleeding or anything. It's going to heal well. It's just going to take a little while and a little extra wound care. Janie, what do you think, girl? Come here. Well, you can see she's putting some weight on that leg now, so nothing bad. I think it's just probably bruised. She probably stretched it out a little bit. Good girl. Good girl. Her face looks way better. Her eyes, you can see, are still red and bruised. Good girl. She has some stitches up here. I think she's gonna do good, and I'll do another video a little bit later. She's a little more healed up.
All right, Janie, it's okay. Good girl. Stop. Good girl.
Yeah, that's amazing how quickly these things will heal up.
A bunch of them already dissolved and fell out too.
Yeah, I saw something hanging down low that I trimmed. It was a little too looking. Okay, girl. Hey, girl.
And this thing all healed up nicely. This one was kind of
Yeah, I was worried
these were
about that
busted
one.
open.
She
Yeah,
sort of worked on
Got
that
to
one,
it, yeah.
but the spray we used on that too. So.
yeah. Looks like it's healed up pretty nicely also.
What's the Jane? Wait, Jane. Wait. Come here, Jane. Come here. Sit. No.
So it's been like a month, right?
I think I was trying to figure that out myself. I thought we could look at the first tape and see.
She's a happy girl in here.
Janie, sit. No. Sit.
Good girl. Come here. Good girl. Good girl.
Let's see how she walks. Come on, Janie. Not bad, huh, Janie? How you walking? Come here.
And very mild if anything.
She's not leaning. She was
Yeah.
leaning towards the left a little.
Yeah. She looks like she's got a little bit more muscle mass back in her legs too.
Sit. No.
Thanks for watching our new YouTube channel, Vet Ranch. Please subscribe if you like these videos, and we'll see you next time.
I know what you're going through.